Hey, welcome to Calendar Connections. This is Tony with the Corpus Christi events calendar. I've got two lovely ladies in the studio with me today. We've got Nicaya, Nicole, and Arwen,
yes,
the journalist.
Of course.
Yes, thank you. This is her second time on the show, so thank you for bringing this one.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, she already made an impression with me on the first day. I did not know purses bring bad luck if you put them on the floor. So I was guilty of that, apparently, and I was chastised appropriately.
Oh, goodness.
So anyway, thank you guys for showing up today. And we're going to be talking about your new organization, She's Rooted. And this is both of y'all's project, right? Or how are you guys working this together?
So I founded She's Rooted. It all really started as an idea and of course, like on our first podcast episode that I had, where I had Scylla B with me,
right.
I kind of touched a little bit on the ideas that I had for She's Rooted. It wasn't yet started until that actual day of that we had filmed the podcast.
Right.
And, you know, I kind of just started throwing ideas out there. I filmed a couple of TikToks and I was like, you know what, like this is something I really want to do as a person. I want to bring community, especially in like the women's community. I want to bring everybody closer together. So without really a plan, I kind of ended up throwing everything together, and Nicaya was in my comment section and she was like, hey, I'm a Pilates instructor and I just moved back from Spain. And I was like, let's make something happen. And I think it was like that next week that we had met at Coffee Waves and kind of planned everything out very briefly. From there, the event grew astronomically.
Yeah, the ball just kept rolling and rolling and rolling.
Right. I'm going to scoot you up a little bit. So here we go. There we go. All right.
Thank you.
There we go.
Yeah. So that's kind of just how I started it out. Of course, like I'm the founder and the director. And then I partnered with Nicaya and we've thought about doing like a movement session each month. So it may look like maybe a Pilates thing each month, or even if it's not Pilates, we could do like a run or a walk, like a faith walk or something. Of that
Right,
sort
right.
too.
So your first event is the Pilates and Prayer, which is coming up on which date again? I forget.
August 29th? Yep.
August 29th. So I'll have to make sure I get this up and running or I'm going to get chastised again.
You won't let me live that down. Okay.
I've never been married, but I got a taste of it with her in
You're
like
not
20 minutes.
supposed to put the purse on the floor.
It's all said in love.
And it was done with such style. The finger, you had to be here. Just where
Not
to put
there.
the purse.
Put that there, Tony.
No.
Yeah. It was a wrist flick and the finger pointing.
Okay. I'm sorry. I talk with my hands.
Anyway, so and of course I'm going to be helping y'all out with the mics and stuff.
Yes,
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. And we just need to find the speakers now, so hopefully we'll get some of those taken care of. But so tell me about the event. Let's start with that. So that's coming up. What's planned for the event? I know it's going to be at the Ortiz Center.
Yes,
Yeah.
the Ortiz Center was kind enough to reach out and sponsor us with the venue after we couldn't have it at Cole Park anymore because of the size of the event.
My goodness. That was a whole
Yes,
day
it
of
was.
It's
anxiety.
too big for Cole Park.
It is too big. There's not going to be enough parking, and that
Wow.
causes concerns for safety and
And they
everything like
needed
that.
some sort of heads up, I think, also. So there
Yes.
was just a lot of little barriers of
Right.
reasons why we couldn't do it there.
Exactly.
But
Right.
thank God.
Yes, the Marisol with the Solomon P. Ortiz Center reached out and she informed me that they would love to sponsor the event with the venue space. It's a huge space. So we're
Right.
super grateful for that. A little bit of what the event is going to look like. So it's going to be from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And at 9 a.m. the doors open, 10 a.m. the Pilates session starts. It will be led by Kai and it'll be 45 minutes long. We plan to have assistant Pilates instructors that are volunteering with us there, as well as different vendors. We have coffee, matcha vendors. We also have people who are selling like Thank You Jesus t-shirts and Jesus Saves t-shirts, everything faith-based there.
Right.
And then we just pray that we can build community within Corpus Christi also. And I'm so blessed to have Kai be the one leading the event with me for the Pilates and everything like that. So I'm super grateful.
Right. No, and I'm going to pull you forward a little bit more again.
Okay.
Just a little bit. Okay. So you're handling the Pilates part.
Yes.
And that's how I found out about it, was through her initial post, because you were talking about how you like sold out like the same day, like 400 people or something.
It was 24 hours. And for I think it was like the first portion of the day, we maybe had like 200, and we had
it was
originally,
insane.
yeah, we
That's
had
crazy.
Yeah, the link was
originally-
just
it was
going crazy.
Yeah, it got to the point where our link had kind of stopped working for
Mhm.
some people because so many people were like logging in at the
Yeah.
same time.
Right.
And so I'm just looking at it like, okay, what the heck do I do now?
Hey.
So I'm like, oh my
She
god.
calls me the next morning and she's like, Kai, I had to take the link down because we're
yeah.
at 497
I-
or 487.
Yeah, 490 something.
And I was like, okay, I don't
was
know
l-
what we're going to do.
I was literally panicking. I was
Wow.
like,
It was
what
a
in the
little
world?
bit.
That's a blessing, though.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
It is
Yes.
definitely a blessing. There was a lot of humor in it because
Yeah.
the second half of the day I ended up having to go to the minor ER. So
Oh
I
my
wasn't
goodness,
paying
yeah.
attention to like the link and how many people were signing up
Right.
because I was all like
IV'd up.
Yeah, I was
She's in the
IV'd
hospital,
up.
like,
Yes. And so I like woke up
Ugh.
and I was like, okay, let me just go and check on this. I pull up my phone and I see like almost 500 and I'm like, there's no way. So I wipe my eyes a little bit and I look and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to call Kai.
Yeah.
So, and I called Kai and I was like, Kai, what are we going to do? Like,
Right.
obviously it's a blessing.
And what do we always do? We stop, we freak out first,
Yes.
and then we stop and we pray and we just thank Jesus for literally allowing this much interest in the
Right.
first place. It's just so
Yes.
cool that so many girls want to get together and they want to fellowship and they want to just hang out. And I just think that's wonderful because I
Yeah.
love hanging out with my girls.
Yeah. Hey, I feel the same way hanging out with my girls.
I'm more than sure that you do, Tony.
Yeah. We talked about that the last time.
Yes.
Yeah, a
we
little
did.
bit. My dearth of girls. Yeah. I only have my daughter. She's my ride or die. But what was I going to say? So now you came aboard. Tell me about your Pilates background and all that. Now,
So basically, I was living in Spain.
I'm going to get you a little closer.
I was living in Spain.
I'm about to train
and
my
I
wife
was-
here. Hold on.
Oh goodness!
My
no,
turn.
Stop. So I was living in Spain on this little island called
Right.
Tenerife. It's off
Okay,
the
yeah.
west coast of Africa. And anyways, I kind of had been practicing Pilates for a while,
Right.
and God was just putting it on my heart to incorporate that because I was working out. Shout out to Sunshine Pilates in Florida because she leads like faith-based Pilates there, and I had not seen it before, and I was just so inspired by everything she does. And I was practicing with her for I don't know, maybe 2 years or something, maybe a year and a half.
Mhm.
And then I was just like, this is something that just could be wonderful. Like, why not put Jesus in everything that we do?
Mhm.
And I'm living in Spain where it's, spiritually, there's like a lot of Catholic Christian background there.
Yeah. A little more conservative, I would say.
Well,
Or you enlighten me because I've never been to Spain. So that's my perception of it.
I think that just in America, we have this ability, we have this kind of freedom, if you will, to like really boldly live out Christianity, like really walk in faith and just honoring God in everything we do.
And you
Like,
can't do that there?
Oh, I did.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Oh, I did. But it's definitely against the norm. It's
Okay.
definitely against the norm. And
Would they frown on it or how
no,
would they
not at
react
all.
to you?
Not at all. Not at all. Everybody was so nice and so kind in Spain. I loved it so much there, man. I spent 2 years there. They were interested. They were curious. They were kind of like, wow, I don't think I've
Mhm.
seen
It's different.
someone kind of
Yeah.
live out faith in this way that you're doing. So I think it was just it was a really enlightening experience.
What got you to Spain in the first place? What did you do before you went there? Where were you?
I was in Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Whereabouts?
Virginia Beach.
I was a military brat there. They're in
Me
Norfolk.
too.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So we had that in common. All right. Yeah.
I was born here in Corpus, but like
Okay.
I didn't spend too much of my life here. I spent about half my life here.
Yeah.
I then moved to Virginia Beach, Virginia, and I was kind of primarily raised there.
Okay.
And
was your dad or mom stationed or like on a boat?
Yeah.
Which boat?
Goodness, I don't know. I don't even know what my dad did in the military. And Dad, I love you, but I have no clue what you did.
Your own daughter's clueless about what you did. All right.
But anyways, so yeah, we lived there, and I was modeling a lot, and then I was also working at a bank. So I was doing those two things, and I was in New York for Fashion Week, like one February season, and I went to this church there called the Fount, and we went afterwards. I think it was like, I don't even know. We went to some random girl's house in New York, and we were having like this little mini get together after church, and it was just really a vibe. Met these two girls there, and they were telling me everything about their travels abroad, and they just kind of were just telling me about it. I didn't think much about it, just thinking like, oh, that's so cool. And then I came back to Virginia, came back to my home church where I was serving in the hospitality ministry. So on the welcome team, just welcoming people in. And then
You seem so shy though.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how they recruited me for that. But so I met this woman named Pamela, and she's amazing. And she was new on the team. So I was talking to her, and I'm a talker, and I'm sorry, yapper. And so we're yapping about her life, and she's telling me about her life and her daughters, and she's in Spain a lot. So anyways, for some reason, Spain just kept coming up, like all this conversation of Spain. I was like, honestly, I'm sorry, but I didn't really know much about Spain to begin with. I knew Christopher Columbus, and then I realized that Christopher Columbus is actually from Italy. He's not even from Spain. So shout out to all my European friends who are teaching me history and geography.
U.S. education there.
Stop it. Okay, so anyways, long story short, God just kept opening these doors for me to go to Spain. And while I was there, I was doing I was working in the public schools as an assistant of auxiliar de conversation, and I was in the public schools just helping children learn English with their pronunciation and all of these things. And first I was in Madrid, and then another door led for me being in Tenerife, and so I was there. And it was just that's where all this Pilates adventure started, because I had an abundance of friends there that were very supportive of me, and I just was kind of like woke up one day and I told my friend, and I was like, I think I'm gonna do like Pilates, like this is awesome. And then so we're on this beautiful island, it's like black sand beaches, and so I'm like, let's just start doing classes. And my friend's mom was in town the week that I started putting everything together, and she's Italian, and the mom only speaks Italian. So I'm meeting with my other Italian friend, and they're teaching me like, words like breathe and how to count and stuff in Italian, so I can at least help, in that way. And it was just amazing. The first class went great, and I was taking a lot of advice in, and just kind of like, how did you guys feel about the class and all of these things? And anyways, God just kept opening up doors in that aspect of Pilates, of me just practicing. And I'm like, then I came to Corpus like a month and a half ago.
You've only been here 6 weeks?
Yeah.
What?
And I saw her TikTok. I was like, Jesus lover, Pilates instructor here. She reached out to me like almost immediately. And she sent me this beautiful long message, and I was like, let's meet, like, let's do this. Like, I'm down.
Yeah.
And we met.
Yeah, the
And
rest
that's
is
our
history.
Yeah, here
love
we are.
story. And now we're just
Now we're like besties.
I know,
Like
we
Yeah.
talk all the time.
all the time.
We're-
I called her yesterday because I was like
Yeah.
in the middle of sending her a voice message. The voice message was going to be 3 minutes long anyway. So I was like,
we always send each other podcasts.
Yes.
Really?
basically they're very long. And so
Yeah.
yesterday I was like in the middle of it and I was like, dude, like, what am I doing? I need to call Kai.
Yeah,
I
I
just
know.
called her and we chatted on the phone for like what, an hour?
Yeah.
Just about anything and
about
everything.
everything.
Are you guys getting this vibe here? Like
What's the vibe?
Yeah, what's the vibe?
I'm scared right now. I'm like the only guy here. Anyway,
The chemistry.
yeah, the chemistry is undeniable
and she's
here.
hilarious, by the
Yeah.
way. I'm sure you know this, but she makes me laugh so much.
Thank you.
So much. So I'm always in a good spirits around her because, anyways, she's
Yeah, I don't know.
amazing.
But that's great. So, but why'd you come back from Spain? Like, if you loved it there so much.
I did. I just really felt like this is gonna sound a little wild, but I really felt like God was just telling me, Nicaya, it's time to go back home.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't really want to. I had a really comfortable, beautiful, wonderful life there in Spain. And then I was like, okay, I need to be back in my hometown for some reason. And I'm okay with that. Like, God, whatever you want to do with my life, you have full authority. Just tell me where to go, lead, and I will follow.
Right.
So that is like so important for me because I know that he's my father and he has the absolute best interest for me and he can see more than I can see.
Mm-hmm.
So I trust that he has everything worked out and everything under control. And as long as I rest in him, abide in him, and listen to him like daily, really seek him, then I know that I'm on the right track.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So that's why I'm back.
Yeah. So, and you're focusing on Pilates or what else you're doing?
So actually, my mom is a life and health insurance agent. So
okay. Who's your mom?
My mom is Teresa.
Okay. Teresa.
Yes. Teresa Thompson.
Do not know her, but I'm sure I will at some point.
Oh yes, you will be seeing her around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Same thing with my mom.
Yes.
We have to make the moms meet. That's
That's
gonna be
That is going to scare the heck out of me.
Imagine,
Can you imagine all four of them?
Oh my goodness.
2 talkative daughters and 2 talkative
Oh,
moms.
you
Oh
know
my
my mom's a yapper
gosh.
too.
My mom's a yapper too.
Oh my goodness.
This is the brunch gang. I can already see it coming.
So yeah, no, I'll introduce her to you sometime. She's a wonderful, wonderful lady. She's always, I mean, I cannot say enough good things about my mom. She's really like good and caring, and she really cares about the people that she works with, and
Right.
really holds their hand throughout the process because it's an underserved community, and you know, just healthcare in general, and life insurance, and thinking about all those things. And we have
Yeah.
a big population of older people here in Corpus too. So, so anyways, I really appreciate that. I see her work and I'm just like, I love that she really, really cares. Like,
Yeah.
she really cares.
That's great. You
And I'm
obviously-
just like, I love that.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's glad. I'm glad that you're impressed with your mom.
I am.
Yeah.
She does. She's an impressive
Shout out
woman.
to you, mom.
Yeah,
Shout out to mom.
Shout out to Teresa. She's
We love you.
amazing. Yeah,
Thank
I love
you,
her
mom.
so much.
So, I'm focusing on her right now because we're going to get to you in a minute.
That's fine.
So you're going to get into Pilates, and then is that going to be your main focus, or where do you see yourself like a year from now, even since you're so brand new here?
Yeah. So I'm actually talking with Sip Society, their new studio here.
Mhm.
Do you know them? Jackie is the owner.
What's the name of it?
Sip Society.
Sip Society. It sounds familiar. I've probably seen it on Instagram or something. But
Right. So she has reached out to me because she's good friends with my mom and asked me to start teaching Pilates classes there.
okay,
So I will do that, and I'll continue to help my mom, just being an assistant because I'm kind of decent at administrative work, I guess.
Yeah.
And I just
She's a jack of all trades.
I have a
No.
feeling you're going to generate a good following. So
Oh,
I'm sure you will.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much for saying that.
I tried Pilates once a
Mhm.
few months ago, and
How was it?
So you're gonna lead our next event? Is that what I'm hearing?
I'm gonna
Yes.
I'm gonna be up there on stage with her at the.
He's like, I'm
This is how not to do it. Oh,
He gets a cramp.
I get a cramp just sitting down. I mean, like,
Oh man.
oh. No, I enjoyed it. I was like, because I was trying to do something different. Because I just now, especially now that school's over, I had to take a break from going to the gym because my kids. I have 2 little ones. So I know you guys don't know that I adopted when they were really little.
Wow.
And so it's just me and them, and now they're 6 and 9 now. And it's always a hassle going to the gym, finding the time because they want to do this or that. And so during the summer, I basically don't work out. Now I'm like, okay, finally getting back into it. But I wanted to try the Pilates because I was like, oh, I'm not as young as I used to be. And I'm like, I want to try something. Hopefully
It's very low impact.
Yeah, low impact. And I still wanted to get some strength training in it somehow. But at the same time, hopefully improve my what do you call it? Not elasticity. I'm not Mr. Fantastic.
No, but yeah, I mean, there's like the muscle that wraps around all of our bodies.
Just more flexible. My flexibility. So I wanted to try that. So I might come to unless it's already sold out. So, but I will come to one of your classes.
Oh, wonderful! I'd love to
and
have you there.
Then she can boss me there.
Am I bossy, Tony?
I'm just teasing her. Okay, so let's go back to She's Rooted. All right. So what is the whole purpose of She's Rooted as far as like where do you see it going in the next few years? Like what do you want to see accomplished with the organization?
Okay, so with She's Rooted, I definitely feel like with Corpus, it was a bit of a jump because I noticed that we have other women's communities here. We have Navigating Corpus Christi. We have a couple of
West, the Women's Entrepreneur Society.
We have some out on the island.
Hispanic Women's Network.
Really? I didn't know any.
Yeah, well, I know them all.
Well, I mean, I just saw it here, so forgive me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I just wanted to create a community and honestly, like not one specific to like a specific demographic, if that makes sense. Like I just wanted something all across the board for like all women here in the community. I started it out in Corpus, but eventually I think I do want to expand like outwards, whether that be maybe towards like San Antonio or like Houston, because I've already had
road trip.
I know, road trip. But I've already had people like I don't think I told you.
I'm imagining you 2 on a road trip. I'm like, that's a movie right there.
It would be great. It would be great.
Yeah, it would be really
stop
good.
at every single
and we
coffee
can
shop
parallel park everywhere.
We can reverse park. We can parallel park. It's gonna be great. And you know what? I am really good at parallel parking too.
Okay. So it's a party every time you parallel park.
Every single time. The people
and
downtown,
they're cheering her on.
Yeah,
Yes,
they know me
girl,
downtown in front of Adolfo's. It's great every single time.
I love Adolfo's.
I volunteer to be the documentary filmmaker that follows you guys on this.
Great. I think the only time I get pissed off whenever I'm parallel parking is whenever there's like a car that's like trying to go around me as I'm parallel parking.
Oh, I know. Doesn't that aggravate you?
Like, can you read the room? Can you read the vibe? Like, I'm trying to parallel park. I'm not trying to block you off. You can wait a little bit. But anyways, that's besides the point.
Right. People are very impatient. Yeah, totally.
It's okay. I think I'm maybe one of them sometimes.
No, are you? Okay.
Sometimes whenever I'm mad,
really?
Girl, I road rage so bad. You know, I've really had to cut back on my road raging. I know, I'm yapping, Tony. I've had to cut back on
Can you imagine this in a road rage moment?
No, I have had to cut back on my road raging because obviously we know I'm a journalist. And so I go around and, now I'm in the community because I'm the founder of She's Rooted.
Yeah.
I know.
Imagine what the heck people think whenever they're like,
She's Rooted?
Is that Arwen Scafidi right there flipping me off? Like, so I've really had to cut back on my road rage.
Oh, I get it.
It's been really hard.
I need composure right now and you're not helping.
I get it. No, I get it too. I get the same thing from.
You get road rage too.
No. I get recognized a lot because I used to do comedy for many years, so everybody knew me from me and my group. It was Jokers Wild. It's way before your time, you guys. But whenever people, I still get stopped. I say, I know you from somewhere. Okay. Do you know me from Joker's Wild? Do you know me from Crush Girls or from CC Events Calendar? And it's usually one of those
Yeah.
three, you know?
That's
And
so
but I don't care. I'm
You
like,
feel
if,
my pain then.
hey, if somebody pisses me off too, I'm like, it usually takes
It takes
something
a lot. Yeah,
to
it
get me
takes
to
a
that
lot. I
point.
just feel like even with the drivers here in Corpus, I feel like
Are they wild?
Yeah,
They
Just-
are.
they're
She's like, how did
so
you not notice?
crazy.
Yeah, just people that are inconsiderate
Yeah,
are
Oh.
just,
Mhm.
that's a red flag for me.
Exactly. Yeah.
know.
So I mean, if you see me flipping somebody off down the freeway, like, no, you didn't. It was not the founder of She's Rooted.
No,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
it's
have to start
not.
wearing a mask, like a ski mask, whenever I drive, Tony. Would you think I would like? Would you think I'd be crazy if I was wearing like a ski
That
mask?
would get my
You
attention
can wear
for
the COVID
sure.
mask.
They're probably still gonna be able to tell from my freaking crazy eyes.
And this is the founder of She's Rooted,
Yes, guys.
a faith-based organization. So I guess that's really what
Yes.
sets it apart. Is
Yes,
that
you know,
Yeah.
honestly, God brings the patience in me, and
It
that's where it
does.
ties in.
It does.
Right,
it
right.
does.
No, but that's important because, like, you actually reminded me of a moment I had because I had a life group last night, and we were talking about I can't forget the passage, but the whole point was that I have to keep reminding myself, and this may be totally off tangent, but like, for example, knowing how God has patience with us.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I have to emulate God every day with my son, because when I adopted him, he was 3 and had a bad background, abused and neglected and all that. So when I first got him, like, he was 3 years old, he knew every cuss word in the book.
Really?
And yeah, his vocabulary was through the roof, but he knew all the bad words too, and all that, and just bad behaviors. And I still deal with that to this day. And part of the therapy that we've both gone through is I realize that when he does stuff to try and push me away, it's to test me, like how we test God. You know, like we don't listen to him and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, that's what he's trying to do, because I've come to learn that he's been with 5 families and they all gave him away.
Oh my
And so he's testing me whenever he says, oh, you don't love me or whatever.
And that was like during the 3 years?
No. Whatever he went through. Because when I first got him, I mean, this is, again, completely off tangent, but his file was like that thick, and like a third of it was redacted. So I quit reading it about halfway through, because I just, there's so much redacted. I'm like, okay, I don't know anything about this kid. But just from stuff that comes out of him, he's like been with 5 families and they all kicked him out, And I've come to learn, and this is how I try and emulate God, is the fact that he keeps pushing me away when he's like testing me to see if I'm going to give him away. I'm like, no, every time. And he's like, you're always going to love me, right? I'm like, always, no matter what I do. I'm like, yep.
Oh my gosh, Tony, stop.
And I try
make me cry.
Yeah. And I try and tell him too. So, I mean, because we go to church, obviously, in life groups. And I'm like, hey, just like God, the way he treats us, I'm always going to love you.
That's a wonderful way to show, like, God.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. So it goes back to your She's Rooted thing. Is like, we're not perfect. And so that's why, like, if I do something in public and I'm mad at something, it's usually for a reason, but ultimately it comes down like people really pausing to listen and talk to you and learn your story. And that's part of a big reason for having these podcasts, is learning people's stories. Is like, it's not just, hey, I saw a Pilates and prayers event. Okay, but what's it about? Why are you doing this? And that's why we're here. And so so now that I'm mentioning it, let's get back on track here, as far as like, for what do you feel, or what would you like to have come out of this event? Like, are you wanting to like build up? Obviously, you want to build up the organization. And then what? Have these monthly, but what's the end goal? Like I would like to know, if I'm coming to if I was a girl, coming to this event, also, okay, what's next? So what do you guys want to do with that?
So we definitely do want to keep on having these types of events. Something that I've felt near and dear, close to my heart, is that I want to make these events as easily accessible to
Mhm.
the women in the community
Right.
because I grew up in a not wealthy household. I
Mhm.
grew up thinking that every event that I had to go to cost a vast amount of money for my mom to afford or for my dad to afford and all of this type of stuff. And we have colleges here. Like college students don't have a lot of money. They don't have like that type of stuff to
Right.
be going out and going to like these events that cost $60 for admission and everything like this. So I thought a good starting point was having a free event as our first one.
Oh, so this was free?
This is free.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
This is a free event. It is donation based.
Yes.
Only if people feel like
led to.
Yeah,
And that's going to the next event to help,
Yes.
whatever we might need.
Mhm.
Waters or foods or
Right.
supplies.
Exactly. So it is going to be a free event.
Mhm.
And then our next events, if we do charge for events, I plan to keep them anywhere from like $5 to maybe like $25 at most.
It
Just
depends
so
on your
it's-
costs.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just so it's affordable for
Right.
other people to attend these events and to have a good time and to make these
Mm.
connections and make more friends
Yeah.
and all of that type of stuff too. But I do want to branch out at some point because I had people messaging me on like TikTok and they're like, dang, like I really wish I had somebody do this in San Antonio, or I really wish I had somebody do this in Houston. And I'm like, well, I'm in Corpus right now, but
Mhm.
if you're ever in Corpus, like
World
pass
tour.
by. Exactly.
Yes.
Nicaya
Right.
and Arwen, she's rooted
Oh
world
my
tour.
goodness, stop it.
But yeah,
That would be
and then
amazing.
we have an amazing team of volunteers
Yes.
that have like really stepped up.
They have
And-
dedicated time and energy and
Mhm.
effort
Mhm.
to
Exactly.
really helping with this. And
Exactly.
really couldn't be more grateful.
Yes,
Yeah.
Zoe is amazing.
Zoe's amazing. We love you,
Yes.
Zoe.
And then Emily's
Emily's amazing.
Yes, Emily and Savannah, like
Sav.
yes, Sav.
We love her. Yes.
Sav is great.
Mhm.
And they've really been helping us out with like staying on track.
Yes.
Because it can get hard,
Yeah.
especially like organizing.
You two can't focus.
No, not at all. But yeah, like it can get really hard, really like
Mhm.
balancing everything. Because I mean, you have to think about
It is a lot.
yeah,
Yeah.
like especially because we had a brief plan.
Yeah.
I would say we had a really brief
A
plan.
very rough draft of what we
Yes.
thought might
Mhm.
come of this.
Exactly.
And then things kind of
yeah, God blew it out of proportion and was like,
whoa.
Arwen, we want you
Mhm.
to host this event and we're gonna have Nicaya there and
We're
there's
gonna
gonna
do
yeah.
Pilates for 500 girls. So I hope you're ready,
Exactly.
Nicaya.
Yeah. So it has
Okay.
it's been great, but it's
Right.
been definitely a journey with all of this. We've come over like so many like
Girl,
little bumps
just in
the
this short
route.
time.
Yeah. When did we
I don't even
start?
know,
I
but
think
it
we
was, like,
started planning it maybe like
less than a month ago
yeah.
for sure.
It had to be. She's only been here 6 weeks. So.
Less
Yeah.
than a month ago for sure.
It was very like
It's like like you roll a snowball and it just turned into a
Yeah.
big old ball
Do you-
downhill.
Exactly.
Do you already have an idea what's going to be next?
So right now we do have a couple of ideas for what's
I
going to
got
be
some
next.
ideas.
One of my friends, Taylor, she has been helping out a little bit here and there also.
Shout out Taylor.
Shout out Taylor,
Mhm.
yes. And she wants to host a Bible decorating event.
And that's
And yes,
Mhm.
so she
Hmm.
wants to do that. Of course, like we're gonna help her out with everything and kind of like advertise and everything like that. But she did bring that idea to the table. And I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
And then for our next event, I think our next movement event, we're planning like a faith walk or
Yes.
like a faith run.
Walk or run,
Mhm.
and we're hoping maybe to just collaborate.
Yes, with
With-
some like run groups or something.
You know,
along
just
that
like
sort.
I don't know, some faith-based run group.
Yeah.
Throwing
Yeah.
that out there.
But
Hint,
yeah.
hint, right?
Hint,
Hint, hint.
yes.
Yes.
Well, you already know Jewel.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm sure she'd
Tony,
be down.
don't give it away.
Don't give things away. No, just kidding.
She's- The Jewel I'm talking about is from Oregon. So
Okay.
Oh
great.
yeah.
And then we're thinking of, I mean, there's so many. Like, we're so open to collaborating with so many
Oh,
people,
yes,
like,
for
and just
sure.
really building the community of
Mhm.
friendship and just hanging out with each other and, having some good, wholesome fun. Like, just really enjoying each other's companies.
What
Exactly.
about something with kids? Because I'm thinking like Majesty Outdoors, for example.
Oh yes,
Oh.
I actually know Majesty Outdoors.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're a really great like a really good resource for the community.
Yeah.
I was actually looking for a position with them whenever I left my
Mhm.
what was it? It was like a HR position with an industrial electrical company. And
Mhm.
so at some point I was like, you know what? Like I think Majesty Outdoors would be great. And then of course like another position came along that was more of like the specific hours that I was needing and was
Right.
a lot more flexible with school. So I ended up taking that job with a local church, but I still have good connections with Majesty Outdoors. But I would love to host like something with them and collaborate with them as well,
That'd
because
be
they do a
fun.
lot of really good work in the
Mhm.
community. We even talked about maybe collaborating with like the Purple Door
Purple
and like
Door.
making sure, because another big thing is definitely making sure that women have the resources that they need and
Yeah.
like they're connected easily. They're
Yes.
super accessible for everybody.
Mhm.
And then of course like we have assistant Pilates instructors too that are going to be helping out with the event. So I'm really trying to emphasize like the smaller Pilates communities. Like
Yes.
people will only do like private events and it's only like 2 people
Right.
per class that they're bringing on, and I want the community to know about what they're doing and all of that stuff like that too.
Yeah.
So we're also trying to get the word out about those Pilates instructors too. So
Yes.
Yeah.
supporting
And
the communities.
Absolutely.
do you still need volunteer instructors, or are you pretty much taken care of?
Well, we're open to looking into more. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and we're
because
open.
it's a lot of people.
Right,
Yes,
So
right.
I
it
want
is
to
a
make
lot
sure
of people.
everybody is.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Well,
Taken
I
care of.
volunteer. Notice how they laugh. All right.
Tony, don't do that.
Just
Oh goodness.
But yeah,
I'd be
and
useless.
but we're also open to collaborating with like different businesses around the
Yes.
coastal bend also. I know we
Right.
had recently talked to Sip Society and maybe
Yes.
doing like an event with them,
Right.
or like coffee shops and stuff like that as well. Just
Yeah.
getting the word
I know
out
there's
there.
several Pilates people here,
Mhm.
but
Yeah,
but
there
you'd be the
is.
boss, right?
She's a main boss.
She's the
I know.
chief.
Yeah.
Just
The chief
just
She's a
organizer.
boss woman,
Yeah. And so beyond She's Rooted now, how's your journalism career now that school started
Journalism
again?
My girl is popping off.
good.
Yeah, yeah.
Journalism
Yeah.
is going really, really good. Yesterday, I got to do a press conference with Governor
Oh,
Greg Abbott.
okay.
I believe he only took 4 questions, and one of the 4 questions was my question.
What was your
So,
question?
so it was basically he's proposing a limit on screen times in schools.
Well, that's a good one.
And so my question was how, whenever he talks about the limitations on screen times in schools, what specifically does he have in mind? Is it going to be by minute per class? Is it going to be by class day as a whole? Or is it going to vary by grades?
Mhm.
And essentially he said that it still needs more like talk about
I
it
would
and
think so
discussion.
because I know obviously with my kids,
Mhm.
screen time is an issue, but at school, I know it's a tool.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
I know he's actually learning from that as opposed to playing Robux at home.
Mhm.
You know, so if it's being effective in helping him, I don't want to limit it.
Mhm.
You know, but
Yeah.
there should
There
like
should
with
be
any
some sort of balance.
like I was just going to say like with
Sure.
anything, it's about balance and
Mhm.
moderation, and then everything. You know, have so much screen time, have so much active stuff, more hands-on things. You know, anyway, but
Yeah.
This is a little bit, but on the topic of this, because I don't know too much about the politics in Corpus Christi just yet. Thank God I have
oh,
a really good
I-
info,
that was actually one
non-biased
of my
person
questions
here.
for you. Yeah, go ahead.
But in Spain, when I was teaching, they don't do any electronics in the classrooms.
Okay.
And actually, I think starting this upcoming school year, they're going away with all of it. Like even me as an assistant, like using screens as like, helping them with the ABC song or like with any, the days of the
Wow.
week song or something. Like they only want us to do that like I was allowed to play the video like one time. and then we just kind of sing it. But I
Wow.
will say that they are more keen to like sitting down with each other talking, and the level of education there is different.
Right,
So
right.
they really prioritize, I think, different things in a really good way. I think.
Yeah, yeah.
I really love the style that they
My question to you, and I'm glad you reminded me, is the fact that you're new.
Yes.
And I noticed on one of your posts you mentioned like, what's going on, Corpus, whatever, or US, whatever.
Did I? Did I start it off with "Hola, chicas"?
That's her thing. That's her tagline. Hola, chicas. And mine's "Hey, amigas."
Yes, we always do this.
No, like it's okay. So you're literally fresh back to the US after 2 years in Spain. What has been eye-opening for you as far as like the culture here, the politics, all that? What's the main difference? Go ahead, girl. You could say it.
Well, I will say the most beautiful thing that I've seen for sure is that just walking into any store and seeing "I Love Jesus" merch everywhere. Like that's been so cool to me. That's a real culture shock, I would say. And I would say that's like the main thing that is like really caught my eye and caught my attention, because my faith is probably the biggest, most important thing to me in my life. And so that's what I tend to focus on for sure.
Gotcha.
Also, shout out to the Drip Matcha Bar, because
Yeah.
Angel is incredible.
Yes, if you guys haven't been a Drip Matcha, it's here in our building, 2820 SPID, and oh my gosh,
She makes a really good matcha.
it's not like your
10 out of
typical
10.
matcha. It's not. All right, so we're back, and all right, so now I want to know. We were talking about your journalism. All right, so I'm glad that the governor picked one of your questions and all that.
Yes, I was super excited about it. And then of course, I just got a title with the Foghorn as of yesterday. I'm officially their news editor. So anything, yes.
Ooh, you're the
so-
boss.
You just like literally just gonna let that slip in. Okay.
I'm casually just the news
She's
editor.
humble.
So you get to pick the
Small
stories and
kind.
all that, right?
Yeah, so I get to propose my stories. Of course, basically what I cover is like politics, economy, breaking news, that
Right.
type of stuff. But I like the way that everything is going right now. It's essentially what I've been covering, but
Right.
I mean, I'm just super surprised still with the way that my career in journalism has kind of gone. I mean,
Yeah.
my first big event that I ever covered was whenever President Trump came
Right.
to
I remember that.
the port of Corpus Christi. So in the span of 8 months, I've gotten credentialed through the White House, the Democratic Convention. I also have Abbott on my resume now too.
That's
So,
nice. Was that by Zoom or in person or
No,
what?
that was in person.
Oh, so you were up there.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I was front and center, and I was shaking whenever I was asking that
I'll bet.
question. But
Ooh, look at you.
yeah, it was really good. I
Cool.
put myself in those types of positions, even though that I'm scared.
Yeah.
Just because I mean, like, when else are you gonna have that type of? You never know. Like,
Yeah.
you never know, what can come out of it. You never know when's the next time that you're gonna see the governor. When's the next time
Yeah.
that you're gonna be able to cover a president coming into Corpus Christi.
Right.
So I always just try to like put myself out there with that, but it's been really great.
Well,
so.
you're very persistent. I'll give you that. You're
This
good.
is true.
So
She's
I
a
know.
go-getter.
This is true. Yeah, no, everybody looked at me crazy because, well, my professor couldn't figure out the details for whenever Governor Greg Abbott was coming into town. Basically, everybody at Del Mar and everybody like within the community didn't really know details, because whenever political figures come into town, they like to keep it really low key.
Yeah.
Until probably like day of or day before, if you're lucky.
Yeah.
But the way that I got into get my White House credential was just persistence. I mean,
Right.
I did things that nobody had done at Foghorn. I decided to grow a pair and called the White House. And so I ended up calling the White House.
Imagine that. Just pick up the phone.
Literally, I was sitting in my coworker's car and I was like, I'm going to call the White House. And he was like, you're going to call the White House. And I was like, I'm going to call the White House. And I did. And
dial them up.
Exactly. I spoke to intern after intern. And finally, one intern was like, here's the email for this person. And I ended up getting in touch with the press secretary for the White House.
Mhm.
I didn't even get approved for media credentials. I literally just woke up the day of the event, got dressed, got my Starbucks, and I was on the way to the port, and I called
Mhm.
whoever was in charge for press, and I called them and they answered, and I was like, hey, just so you know, I'm like 15 minutes out. I'll be at the port. I'm not on the list, but I want to cover the event. I got there. They called the White House again to
Mhm.
confirm, and the person on the phone was like, yeah, I already talked to her. She's good to go. And I was like,
Look
I
at
mean, if
you.
it gets me a White House
You know
credential.
what drives me, like, I'm more impressed with you is the fact that when you were here last time, the fact that this wasn't even your initial thing to do.
Mhm.
You know, you were like, what was it? It wasn't journalism. It was
So I started in the medical field.
That's right. I remember now.
I started in the medical field.
So you've done all this like in the last year.
Yes. Yeah.
That's amazing.
So journalism I started in January is whenever the semester started.
Yeah.
And it all started from a class that I didn't even want to take in the first place.
I remember
Wow.
that.
Yeah. I was studying PR and advertising. I still am. But journalism was a class that I was required to take.
Right.
And I remember complaining to my teacher because me and my teacher are like this.
Mhm.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I really don't want to take your class. And he's like, yeah, of course you don't want to take my class, Arwen. And I'm like, well, it's just like, I don't think it's for me and all this type of stuff. And within 2 weeks, I got to cover the presidential event. And
Right.
ever since then, things have kind of just like opened up for
Just
me.
falling into place.
Yes.
That's the whole faith thing coming in into
Exactly.
play.
But
Yeah.
I do believe like it's exactly where I'm
It's where
supposed
God
to be.
wants you.
So
Yeah.
I thought it was super crazy though, because I want to work on a story right now that's basically about like the healthcare systems here in Corpus Christi too, because
Mhm.
as we all know, a lot of people from Corpus Christi travel to different cities in order to get the healthcare that they need, whether that be a specific specialty or anything like that, just because of the wait times
Right.
here.
Right.
So I think that kind of ties in a little bit because I've gotten to see firsthand. I mean, I worked in the emergency room, I worked in geriatric care.
Mhm.
And so like I've been exposed to these types of things
Right.
before. And I think a big part of why I even wanted to switch from the healthcare system to journalism in the first place, I guess like after I didn't really know like what was going on during the time, but after I got to analyze everything, I was like, you know what? Maybe journalism was for me because even whenever I was in the ER and I was listening to all these people's stories, I realized that like systems weren't doing what they were supposed to be doing.
Right.
And systems that were in place were just not living up to what their expectations were.
Mhm.
And I wanted to know the why behind it. And so now
You wanted to bring awareness to it. Yeah.
And so now I'm able to ask questions and get answers for people.
That's good.
Yes.
Look
So
at
proud
you.
of you.
Thank you.
There you go, girl. And I know we got a little bit off flow here. I wanted to go back to my question about you, about the difference between Spain and here.
Mm.
Now, you mentioned the merch in the stores. That was a positive.
It's a positive. Yes.
What's
so many
something,
positives.
and I'm not going to say negative, but what's something that you're like, what the heck's going on? Because that's kind of like the gist of what I got from your social media post that you were like, what's something?
Which one? Which
I
one?
can't
What are you
remember.
talking about?
You were like Corpus Christi something. It was something along the lines. This is so crazy, and you didn't even want to go into it.
I didn't. What
I'd
was
have to look.
it?
I'm not going to look right now.
Okay,
but,
okay.
you know,
I'm curious too.
I'll look for it.
I know
Okay.
you've asked me to like give you more information on like council members and like
Oh, yes, yes,
city
yes.
politics.
Yeah,
so
that's
that
something
may
I've
be something
requested.
I
that
think
they'll-
that's what the gist was.
Yeah,
of your
yeah.
post.
Definitely want to know.
like what each candidate stands for.
Exactly.
maybe.
Kinda
Well, we're
like
going to
a-
have several of them on here for some of our future shows. So it's going to be a special election
Good.
series.
I plan on
but-
tuned on that.
interviewing those people too. That
Oh,
way
Yeah.
we can have, because Nicaya was asking for it, and I know a lot of other people have been asking.
Oh,
the
you can
same
join
thing.
me.
Okay. Yeah.
no,
She
just
wants to
kidding.
ask the hard questions.
Yeah.
I'll ask the hard questions. Yeah, no, I don't think that I mean, I am curious just to know about the politics of everything, of how it's going, because I've kind of been admittedly I've been kind of just like distant, like America was out of sight, out of mind for me for like 2 years. So
Right.
I was kind of just living in bliss over there
Yeah.
and in slight ignorance, to be quite frank because I knew that there were some things, and I was just I was hearing things, and actually, a lot of Europeans have a lot of questions, political
I'll bet.
questions
We're
about
crazy over here.
America. They're very shocked
Yeah.
by everything. It was probably like one of those number one questions that I got living abroad for 2 years is about politics and
Yeah.
everything. And anyways, they really do care because America really does influence the rest of the world. We
Yeah.
do, and we're a really young country, but we're full of influence for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. So anyway, but I want to go ahead and wrap this up. So we want to again mention the Pilates and Prayers event.
Yes.
Unfortunately, it's sold out.
Mhm.
But how can people follow She's Rooted? Is there a Facebook page or website or?
Yes. So my TikTok, I usually post everything on there. I'm a TikTok fiend, so you'll see multiple posts from me.
And we'll have links on here.
Yes.
So.
So my TikTok is just my first name and my last name. And then of course we have a She's Rooted Instagram. It is she'srooted.tx. And then we also have a Facebook group for She's Rooted. And then I'll give Tony the links that way if anybody wants to join and they want to stay up to date with any type of events that we have going on. You're more than welcome to join the groups or even message me on either platform and we can set something up, whether that be with like collaborations or you're just interested in an event.
Right.
Yes.
And of course, you'll find all their events on cceventscalendar.com. So anyway, thank you guys. And as always, follow us on our main website whenever you want to know what's going on, cceventscalendar.com, and all of our social media for our podcasts. Keep an eye open for the new section on the main website for all of our podcast episodes. And thank you, ladies. It's been an experience with them.
Oh gosh. Thank you, Tony.
Thank you, Tony.
Yeah, let's just waiting 30 minutes while they got their matcha, and
it was 25.
and then getting instructed or educated about putting women's purses on the floor. I've learned a bit. So I know
think it was educational.
it was
very
educational, and I appreciate it because now I won't get in trouble with whoever I end up
In the
with.
future.
Yeah.
There you go. Yes.
Like, no more. Anyway, thank you, ladies, for coming out,
Thank
and
you.
I will see you guys probably at the event.
Yay.
Because I'll be there helping y'all with the mics and everything.
Thank
so.
you. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Tony.
we really
Yeah.
appreciate
So we'll
that.
catch you guys next time. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.